Good afternoon, fans, the loyal ones, all three or four of you. It is Monday afternoon, 3 p.m. on the dot here on the East Coast of the United States. It's, what day is it? It's February 12th. It's Monday. Hope you don't have a case of the Mondays. I promised I'll never do that joke again. Uh, so yesterday, first off, I'm going to provide some shout outs because I almost forgot to do that. I mean, even though we just started this, I would have forgot if somebody hadn't just reminded me. So, for the three people who commented yesterday, seriously, three, come on, people, make me work for this. Oh, with the cartoon, you can see I really had a hard time figuring out how I wanted to position this woman or even make her look. But the shout-outs. Ariel, yes, I know how to say your name. Quana, thank you. And someone named Light My Fire. One of those incognito names on YouTube. So, playing some more free music. I kind of skipping the metal today. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more. So, we got something else to talk about today with the actual art program. So, but let's see if I should get into that part yet. But it took me a little while to figure out how I wanted this person. And then I also took some creative license with something this music might be too loud. I took a little bit of creative license with Trump's tweet. Yes, this is his actual tweet. I took a sentence or two out of it because I thought it was superfluous. And then I changed a little bit of the text. I just changed one little part. And I will show it to you when it pops up. I'll point it out to you when it pops up. Of course, you're going to see it. See it on the video. Names are shattered in the name. I don't think I could do Stephen Colbert or Trump. I've never tried. Was so, and then no recovery. See, I changed the part for a man. I include a man because I just really wanted to accentuate that he's really only concerned for men. No one cares about his own kind, Mr. Grabby McGrabberson there. Also today, if you hear the dryer in the background, I might give out a big giant buzz. But over the last 2 days, it's been really hard to find a moment without that dryer going. Because right now, everybody's been on a mad tear to do laundry around here. Yes, other people live in this house. So, yeah. So I've been using this Corral. This who provides the art program. Not for free, I pay for it. And it's already paid for. I'm not renting it. Not like Photoshop, which I don't do that either. But Corel has a program, and they have these wonderful, big, expensive programs. And I think most of my colleagues who use Corel, they're using the big, fancy, schmancy ones, probably provided by the newspapers. If I am wrong about that, hey, come over here and let me know. But they also offer a basic one, and I use the basic. It's called Painter Essentials 5. And so I've been using it for about 2 years now, and they just came out with Painter Essentials 6. And I thought, I don't know if I need to upgrade because I'm really only use about 3 or 4 things that the program even offers. I would be a horrible person to review a program because I think other artists would need so much more from it than what I need. But I decided to pull the trigger, and I bought Painter Essentials 6 yesterday. And because it was at a very reduced rate, which they were offering me at a very limited time because, I'm such a loyal customer, which means I bought something once from them. I would tell you my first concern was that the whole entire layout would be different, and I would have to start learning new stuff and figure out new quirks and bugs. But so far it seems like it has all the same quirks and bugs, and the layout is just the same. I don't know if I've improved anything, but this cartoon is not a good one for a test run of it because there wasn't really that much coloring involved at all. This is my review of Corel Painter Essentials 6. Maybe I'll have more to tell you tomorrow, depending on what my next cartoon consists of. I have no idea yet. I might have spent more time lettering than actual drawing on this cartoon today. But this cartoon has already made the week. Go to theweek.com. It's going to be on Go Comics tomorrow. If you go to Go Comics, subscribe to me there. And it's and a couple of other clients, like my online clients, we'll see how many newspapers actually run it. It takes a day or two sometimes for these to show up in print publications and on their websites. But I really like my clients. I support them by tweeting out their links to their websites whenever they post my cartoons. So my Facebook page and Twitter is just full of my cartoons. The same cartoons, but usually from different sources. And again, please read, subscribe. I said read. Yeah, read. Go to my website and read. And subscribe. Click like, comment. If you comment today, I'll give another shout out tomorrow for free. Like I was going to charge or something like that. So come on by, watch. It doesn't hurt to click like or leave a comment. At least 78 of you watched yesterday's. You could say something. I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing. Ha. You know, I was really kind of tired of watching news, and on Sunday nights is a horrible night for news, so I watched a movie, and what came on was Run, Fat Boy, Run. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Unless you're like a Republican, then you won't like it. Not that it's political, it just, you just need a little bit of taste and understand humor and comedy to like it. And if you're a Republican, you like all that. So, it's like a disability for you guys. Irony, sarcasm, humor, taste, compassion, empathy. If I insult enough Republicans, or insult Republicans enough, they'll probably start commenting in here. How dare you, and shake their virtual fingers at me. The virtual fingers should be a punk rock band, don't you think? Should be a name. I decided to give her broken fingers because you know what? The women I've known who've been abused, it's weird. It seems like the sprained or broken fingers always comes up. And the thing is, I could tell you how how I've known women who've gone through that, and as if I'm special for knowing one, but it's not special because everybody knows somebody who's gone through that. And so now the President of the United States, he's known people who's gone through that because he's been the one allegedly he is the one who has inflicted it. And he can't be around that many guys that he keeps hiring to do that kind of stuff without knowing a few women who have been the victims of it. And it shows you which ones he really cares about. Which ones and he always describes the guys as very good, and they're very sad over this. Very, very sad. Very, very sad when the woman calls the cops after they beat him. Or files a restraining order. Or goes to the press after they get a high-profile job handling classified information. I couldn't really, sometimes whenever you're shading, you can't really decide how you want the shading to go. And I was using thicker lines than normal for the shading. Shading to me is an art, just like even the lettering is an art. Drawing the speech balloon is an art. And I'm not saying that they look good or that makes someone a great artist. That's enough me. But to me, it is very much part of the whole thing. It's part of the character and the spontaneity and the voice, really. It is. Today's video consists of about 10 tiny videos. Some of them are real tiny. A couple of them are just like less than a minute. And of course, after being shrunk down with a time lapse, they're like a second or 2 seconds, something like that. A 20-minute video with the rate that I time lapse, it comes down to about 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, it's always the same every time, but 20 minutes, whatever. I don't feel like explaining math today. And yes, once again, I have not been up that long. And I'm thinking about, I need to do a logo for someone, and I will be working on that today. I mean, I finished it today, but I'm going to work on it a little bit. Outside projects always get in my way until they become a part of the routine, like this whole YouTube thing. It's becoming part of the routine. Oh yeah, right here, I'm experimenting with the different paints, and I might have taken like 5 minutes doing this. I was just trying to see if the new program was any different. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I'd be able to tell because I hardly ever use any other paints except for, I use like 4 things. I use the pen, I use the pencil, and I use the acrylics, and I use the watercolor. I like to combine the acrylics and the watercolor. There's a certain way to do that. Occasionally, I will play around with the crayons and the chalk, and that's fun. Some guys do most of their work with chalk and crayons, and they look great and stuff, but it just hasn't really suited me to be like my everyday style. But I might use it on this logo I'm going to work on, because I need to make something look kind of oldish, and I'm not sure. I don't really know how to do that, so I'm going to jerk around with it. I almost said dropped an F-bomb right there, but I'm keeping it clean. So anyway, instead of drawing Trump's like logo and Twitter account, I decided to just draw him on the phone. Like that'd be like your worst nightmare, Trump showing up on the phone. I'm surprised he has not used the option yet where the president can tweet everybody, or not tweet, but text every American in the United States. The president has that capability, and I think they've had it since the Bush administration, the second one, and they never bothered to use it. And Trump hasn't yet, but maybe they haven't told Trump. Maybe the information has not been in the National Enquirer or Fox and Friends, so maybe he doesn't know about it. Because, I mean, if he starts doing it, we're going to get texts like every 5 minutes from this guy talking about how he's innocent and there's no collusion. Are we coming up on the end yet? No, we're not. It looks like I'm staring at the paper here because nothing's happening. There it goes. We moved it around. I was trying to decide which brush to use for this red. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was sitting there trying to decide what color to make her shirt. It was a tough decision. I am interested about trying the program a little bit more and just seeing what it does. But after like 2 years, I'm pretty much stuck on what I'm using. I'm probably going to stick with that. But I believe we are approaching the end. We're getting near it. So thanks again for coming by, and please keep clicking things. Click like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Come back tomorrow and view the next video. Leave a comment. Share with friends on social media. Go to the website. Call your local editors. Tell them to run my cartoons in their newspapers. This is where I use the acrylics with the watercolor. Put down a foundation watercolor, then you add some acrylics. See, I'm giving away all my best secrets there. That's probably like the only technique I have that would have kept close to the best about coloring. The acrylic always comes out a little bit darker, so it's kind of cool. Even if you don't change the shade or the color, it comes out a little bit darker than the watercolor. Alright folks, I did have to make one last little inclusion. After I had closed the program and killed it, I had to come back and add the bird. It just bothered me. So I turned my computer off and I turned it back on. So again, everybody, thank you for coming by. Loves you alls. Hugs and squeezes. Come back tomorrow. And thanks again for coming to Clay TV. Ha ha. Bye.